We see that Tonio went to the art room at 11:50. So under art room, we know that Tonio went at 11:50. So we can put an O there and X's for that row and for that column. Now continuing to read, Mr. Ewing chuckles and says that Tonio is always running to keep in shape for all the races his sport has after school. Well, cross country's the sport that has races. So Tonio is in cross country. So we put an O there, and X's for that row, and X's for that column. And then going back to the art room Antonio column, we know he ran at 11:50, and we know that Tonio is in cross country. So I can put an O there, and X's for that row, and X's for that column. And then we know at 11:50, Tonio went by the art room, and we just figured out that Tonio was in the cross country, so we can put an O there as well. And X's for that row, and X's for that column. Now continuing to read, Mr. Ewing goes on, that football player sure made a ruckus when he banged his helmet on his locker. So that means the person who was at the locker was the football player. So that leaves Bobby being the football player. So we know that Bobby's the football player, so we put X's in that row in that column. And then we go back to this column that has Locker and Bobby, and we know that he is the football player. So we can put an O down here, and we put X's in that row and that column. And then if we kind of look around, we go, oh, if we look here, there's only one space left, and that is Tran must be the softball player. And since Tran ran by 11:35, the softball player ran by 11:35. And we can put X's for that row and column. And again, down in this box, it leaves only one spot. So 11:20 was the football player, which we already knew. So now we have 3 boxes finished. The next sentence Mr. Ewing says is, the noise made me jump. And the last girl was racing to get to the office before the bell rang. The last girl is LaDawn. So she was going to the office. And when we put an O there, then we can put X's in the rest of that row and column. And then LaDawn, we know, plays volleyball, so we can put X and O here, and X's in that row and column. And that leaves an O here. And now we have that box filled in. And if we go back to the office column and we look at LaDawn, we know she was the last girl, so she's 11:55, and we can put X's in that row and that column, and that leaves one spot, so now we have that. And then we go up here, and the only person left that went to the bathroom is Tran. So unfortunately, Tran is the culprit. She went to the bathroom and took the inappropriate photos.